There was once a boy named Michael who lived in a busy town. He was kind, smart, and full of energy, but his mind was always restless. He wanted to do many things, but he never finished any of them. One day, he wanted to become a football player. The next day, he wanted to be a painter. The day after, he wanted to be a pilot. He kept jumping from one dream to another. Michael would start something, but after a few days, he stopped. He joined the school football team, but he quit after 2 weeks because it was too hard. He began drawing, but when he couldn't make his pictures look perfect, he left it. He read books for 2 days, but then gave up because he got bored. His room was full of half-used notebooks, half-painted drawings, and football shoes lying in the corner. One evening, his father, who was a carpenter, called him to the workshop. Michael's father was known for building strong wooden chairs and tables. Everyone in town came to him because his work never broke, even after many years. "Michael," his father said, "come here. I want to show you something." On the workbench lay a piece of wood. "What do you see?" his father asked. "A piece of wood?" Michael replied. "Yes," his father nodded. "But do you know what I see? I see a chair. I see something useful and beautiful. But I can only make that chair if I discipline my hands and my mind. If I lose focus, if I cut the wood carelessly, the chair will never stand." Michael looked at the plain wood and tried to imagine a chair. He frowned. "But how can you turn this into a chair?" His father smiled. "Step by step. First, I cut it straight. Then, I smooth it. Then, I join the pieces. I keep my goal clear in my mind, and I do not stop until it is finished. That is how discipline works. Without discipline, this wood will remain just a piece of wood forever." Michael thought about it all night. His father had one goal and stuck to it, but Michael's mind was like a monkey jumping everywhere. Maybe that was why nothing in his life ever finished. The next day, Michael went to school. He saw his classmates practicing football. One of them, David, was the best player in school. Everyone admired him. Michael went up to him and asked, "David, how did you become so good?" David wiped sweat from his face and said, "I practice every single day, rain or shine. Sometimes I want to stay home, sometimes I get tired, but I keep going. My mind says, play now, rest later. That is discipline. I keep my goal clear. I want to be a great footballer. Because of that, I don't give up." Michael watched him carefully. Every kick, every run, every pass was practiced with focus. It looked hard, but it also looked powerful. That evening, Michael went back to the park and sat under a tree. His head was full of thoughts. He whispered to himself, "I keep failing because I don't have a clear goal. My father turns wood into chairs because he knows exactly what he wants. David trains every day because he wants to be a great footballer. But me? I don't even know what I want." At that moment, an old man who often fed the birds in the park sat beside him. He noticed Michael's worried face. "Why so serious, young boy?" Michael sighed. "I don't know how to focus. I want many things, but I keep quitting. How do I discipline my mind?" The old man chuckled softly. "Let me tell you a story. Long ago there was a farmer with a donkey. The donkey was very strong, but also very stubborn. Each time the farmer told it to pull the cart, it ran off in different directions. One day, the farmer tied a carrot on a stick and placed it in front of the donkey's nose. The donkey wanted the carrot, so it kept walking straight, step by step, until the cart reached home. That carrot was the donkey's clear goal. Without it, the donkey wasted its strength." Michael's eyes lit up. "So, I need a carrot, a clear goal." "Exactly," the old man said. "Your mind is like the donkey. Without a goal, it runs in every direction. But if you give it a clear goal and the discipline to follow it, you can move mountains." Michael thanked him and went home with new determination. He sat down with a notebook and wrote, "My goal, I want to become a football player. I will train for 1 hour every day for the next 3 months." He underlined it twice. The next morning, when he woke up, his mind told him, "Stay in bed, it's too early." But Michael remembered the donkey and the carrot. His carrot was to become a football player. He got up, put on his shoes, and went to practice.
On the first day, he got tired quickly. On the second day, his legs ached. On the third day, he wanted to quit. But he reminded himself, discipline is doing what you must do even when you don't feel like it. So he kept training. Days turned into weeks. His kicks became stronger. His running became faster. His passes became sharper. His coach noticed and said, "Michael, you're improving a lot. What changed?" Michael smiled and replied, "I disciplined my mind. I have a clear goal now." At school, people started noticing the new Michael. He no longer gave up after a few days. He finished what he started. His grades improved too because he applied the same rule to studying. One clear goal at a time, no excuses. One evening, after 3 months, Michael joined a school football match. His team was losing. Everyone looked tired, but Michael remembered his father's words, "Step by step, keep your goal clear." He focused, ran with all his strength, and scored the winning goal. His teammates lifted him high in the air, cheering loudly. Later that night, Michael ran to his father's workshop. "Dad, I did it! I played well today. I didn't give up. I was focused." His father looked at him proudly. "Now you understand, my son. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. A clear goal is the map, and discipline is the engine that takes you there. Without discipline, your dreams remain like uncut wood, full of potential, but never finished." Michael nodded, his heart filled with joy. He realized something powerful. Life will always have distractions, laziness, and excuses. But if you discipline your mind and keep your goal clear, nothing can stop you. From that day on, Michael's life changed. He practiced daily. He studied with focus, and he chose one dream at a time. He learned to finish what he started. Fear of failure no longer controlled him because he understood that every step, even small ones, brought him closer to his goal. And so Michael grew up not just as a football player, but as a man who knew how to discipline his mind. He became an example in his town, inspiring others to focus, to practice, and to never give up. People would say, if Michael sets a goal, he will reach it, because his mind is disciplined. The lesson Michael learned was simple, but powerful. Your mind is like a wild horse. If you let it run freely, it will go everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But if you train it with discipline, if you give it a clear goal, it will take you to success. Discipline means doing what you should do, even when you don't feel like it. And a clear goal gives your life direction, just like the carrot led the donkey. Michael learned that with discipline and a clear goal, dreams stop being just dreams. They become reality. And anyone, even a restless boy like him, can achieve greatness.